Assalamualaikum. My name is Tengku Amiruddin bin Tengku Abdul Wasa. I'm from BITS Section 1 Group 2. I'm from Group 11.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulfarhan bin Zahri from 1 BITS Section 1 Group 2, and for this project I am from Group 11.
Hi, my name is Rajendra Ashwin Iskandar. I am from BITS S1G2 Group 11.
Hello guys, how are you everyone? I am Hamdan Yahya from Yemen. I'm a student at UTM University and this is my first year. I'm taking software development and my faculty is HTMK, and that's everything about me. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys, I'm Ashikin and I'll be one of the narrator of this video. I would like to introduce a system that allows users to input 10 random numbers. In this video, this system will be able to display the numbers that have sorted in descending order, the sum of entered numbers, the average of entered numbers, and the maximum and minimum numbers. We will need to use Qtspim, the mixed processor simulator that designed to read and execute assembly language. Since there are a lot of numbers that will be input and output, it is highly recommended to use the combination of array and loop in order to create the system. So, let's try to solve the first problem. First, we use the loop to input the numbers into array. Then, we will sort the numbers inside array to form the numbers in descending order by using this statement. This is the assembly language for the system. Though I believe it is hard to understand because it is a low-level language that is more closer to machine language, I'll try to explain it clearly. First of all, this first part is the declaration that declares the array and the string. For the main part, we insert 40 as an array in this line because it is assigned for 40 bytes, which is 4 bytes times by 10 random numbers that have been input in the system. This part is for the output of please enter 10 integers. Next, we move on to the input part. Here, since there are 10 random numbers that will be input, we use jump instruction, which is known as J-type instruction. This part actually is the command to input the number, then it is moved to ST2 so that it will be stored in it by using SW variable. Here is where the command of jump instruction will be applied. In this line, J input, it means that it will jump back to the input here and run same as before but with different input number. Okay, next we continue to the part where I will reinitialize all the register so that the system doesn't have any duplicate instruction.
The sector is for swapping the value. This function is to swap the value to make sure the biggest value are put first before the others, because the number that be entered want to be arranged in descending order. For example, if the value in register T5 is smaller from the register T6, so the value at register T5 will be swapped with the value in the register T6 to make the arrangement are in the descending order. For the calculation sector, actually, in this sector is only to initialize all the register. For this line is to initialize the array element. For this line is to initialize the temporary holder. For this line is to initialize the array, the first array element. And for this line is to initialize the last array element. While this line is to initialize the min value holder, and this one is to initialize the max value holder. This coding is to calculate the sum of all the number that input by the user. For this sector, it is to calculate the average of all the number that entered by the user. For this output sector, it is to print out the arrangement of the number entered by the user in the descending order. This element sector, it is to print out the value that the program hold in the array. The value that hold by array is entered by the user. Next, for the sector that named by next, it is recording to print out all the output. For this paragraph, it is the coding to make new line. Yes. So we can see here 1, 2, 3, and 4. So its function is to make the output from this coding and this coding in a different line. So for the next paragraph, for this paragraph, it is the coding to print out the output from the sum calculation. And for this paragraph, it is to print out the output from the average calculation. Next, for this paragraph, it is the coding to print out the minimum value entered by the user. And lastly, it is this coding to print out the maximum value entered by the user. And
for the last sector, exit sector, it is the coding to end the program. So that's all from me. Thank you.